The Mike Show presents Test Drive Interviews. Brought to you by Billy Craft Honda, Old Forest Road in Lynchburg.
Hello, Paul.
Hello.
How are you?
Good to see you again.
It's great to see you.
Good.
This is an absolutely gorgeous vehicle.
Thought we'd pull something for a classic graduate option, and this is the Civic SI.
Now, wouldn't that be cool if every parent bought all their grads one of these from you?
Yeah, actually, it would be really cool. Yeah. So I brought the coupe today.
Okay.
The two-door vehicle, but 6-speed manual, 205 horsepower. This thing will move. We'll have some fun driving this around town today and talking. So
nice. David.
Hello.
Fredriksen.
Hi, yes.
Joining us from CASA of Central Virginia.
That's right.
We're going to talk about your organization as well on this edition of Test Drive Interviews. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day. And Paul, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to demo such an incredible vehicle and to talk about your organization. David, what is your role at CASA?
So my job at CASA is to share the message about what we do at CASA, share some stories about our successes and our challenges, and compel people to participate in whatever way that's appropriate, whether that's becoming a volunteer with us or donating or just spreading the word.
Now, tell the viewers and tell the listeners who don't know, what is CASA?
So CASA is an acronym that stands for a person and our organization. So CASA stands for Court Appointed Special Advocates. And so these advocates are appointed by a judge to be the voice of a child that is in the child welfare system. So many of these children have been removed from their homes due to abuse and neglect and are not living at home. They may be in foster care, they may be living with relatives. And so the CASA advocate's job is to develop a relationship with the child, investigate the situation that has happened, and make recommendations on the child's behalf about what's in their best interest.
And really be kind of the eyes and the ears of the court system.
Absolutely, yes, that's true.
How many CASAs do you have currently working with kids in our region?
We have 88 CASA volunteers currently taking cases. We have a few more than that, but sometimes you need a break. It's a big deal to be a CASA volunteer.
Now, how many kids do you serve throughout, let's say, any given year?
So last year, we served a little over 300 children with right around 100 volunteers.
This thing's got some giddy up.
It does, yeah. I'm getting used to the clutch feel here.
Nice.
This is a great car. I'm pretty lucky to get to be on the test drive for this one, I think.
Yeah, I've never gotten one this swanky. Although we had a couple really nice Honda Accords, so I can't say that. Paul's been good to us.
Yeah, at least.
So, David, do you have any kids that are currently on a waiting list?
So we do. We actually have the largest wait list in our 30-year history, unfortunately.
Wow.
As of today, we have 96 children waiting. Sorry, I'm trying to merge here and shift these gears on a car I've never driven.
Merging and
now we're
shifting.
All right, cool. Rock
And
roll.
yeah, and this is a good speed too.
So yeah, we have 96 children waiting right now, which is, like I said, the highest our wait list has ever been.
Okay.
And we really need volunteers right now.
Okay. How do you become a CASA volunteer?
So the process of becoming a CASA volunteer is pretty involved. It's not something that's easy for me to describe quickly. But the best way to learn more about becoming a CASA volunteer is to visit an information session. I give information sessions at least once a month in Lynchburg. And at an information session, you'll learn the role of a CASA. So what would you do as a CASA? You learn the history of our program, and also what's involved, as far as time, training, and those sorts of things.
When would be the next opportunity, or how can folks learn more about your upcoming informational sessions?
So the best way to find out when our next info session would be to visit our website, and that website is cvcasa.org.
Okay.
And if you click the events link at the top, you'll find out when the next information session is, and also times and dates and all that fun stuff.
Okay. Now we're talking with David Fredriksen from CASA. And David, Where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
Well, I consider myself to be from Lynchburg. My family moved here when I was 8 years old.
Okay.
I was born in Rhode Island, lived in Connecticut, and then lived in Florida before here. But
okay.
I'm definitely a Virginia boy, and I'm a proud Virginian.
Very, very cool. Where'd you go to school?
I went to school at Heritage High School, and had the pleasure of some fantastic teachers and mentors there. Moved on to Cisco Systems Computer Networking Academy, which is a
very cool.
Is an IT certification program. After that, I was a systems administrator for a manufacturer.
Okay.
And through that employment there, they had me doing some interesting marketing things like building websites, taking photos, doing catalogs, things like that. And so I ended up learning a lot about being creative, and that's something that I became very passionate about. And ended up starting my own company, building websites, doing commercials, graphics, things like that. And now I get to use all of those things to help children, and that's just a dream come true for me.
That is fantastic. Well, Paul.
Yes.
This is an amazing vehicle.
Doesn't it drive smooth?
Oh man, it is. Yeah. I mean, it's so sporty. Mm-hmm. It's got some giddy up and go. I mean, this car has some cojones.
That's right.
When we say cojones.
Some unique features in the SI that the other ones don't have, like for instance the red stitching that's around the steering wheel, the red stitching that's around the seats. The seats themselves are unique to the SI, so some great features with this vehicle alone, and we've done really well with the SI. All Civics, but most people that want a little bit of power and a little bit of fun to drive, the SI is where it is. So got a couple of these, would love for you to come by and test drive with me and see what you think.
Can I say something about these seats?
Yes.
They are amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I could go a million miles around in the corner, and I'm just gonna be hugged by the sides of these seats. They are awesome.
Now, are these heated seats?
In this particular trim line, it is. Yes, these are heated.
How about cooled?
Not cooled. No,
okay.
No.
It's a sports car, you know.
It's okay. No,
yeah.
this is so smooth. And such a tight ride. How is the shifter? Is it nice and notchy?
It is very good, actually. Yeah. Strangely enough, one of the best shifters I've driven was a Mazda Miata, an old Mazda shifter,
yep.
And this has similar height in the shifter. Not much throw back and forth. It's pretty awesome, actually. It's
very, very cool. Does it come with a Honda sensing package?
This one does not have the Honda sensing, this particular trim line, but it does have lane watch. So, Dave, if you with your turn signal, just at the end of the turn signal, there's a button. Just push the button in.
Got it.
And then you can see that the lane camera pops on. So you can see who's in the blind spot on Mike's side. And then that also comes on with your turn signal. So if you turn your turn signal on to the right, it will also pop on also.
That is so cool.
So it's another safety measure that Honda takes in consideration with this vehicle. So it's good.
We want to thank David Fredriksen from CASA. Thank you so much for joining us on Test Drive Interviews. I want to thank Paul, heck of a deal, Heckman.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely, for showing us yet another incredible vehicle from Billy Craft Honda. I want to thank Billy Craft Honda for sponsoring Test Drive Interviews. You can check out all of our Test Drive interviews by visiting our social media. If you go to The Mike Show VA on Facebook, and also our YouTube channel, The Mike Show VA, you can check it out. You can also hear the program, The Mike Show, Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 on 93.7 KHF, and Best of Bits anytime, 24/7, 365 on the Radio 434 app. It's a free download, or radio434.com. Click on the Mike Show channel and boom, you got us. So many, many, many different ways for you to reach and engage the program. Again, for Test Drive Interviews, this is Mike. Thanks so much for watching.